What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We gonna do this. We gonna see if we can do this Married to Medicine review. All right. What season is it? I don't even remember what season it is. 7? Is it season 7? I don't know, child. Let's see. Let's get down to it. Oh no, show me love up in the club. I put my seatbelt on. All right. I don't know what's going on with this hair. I haven't cut my hair, so don't mind me. All right. What we talking about? Married to Medicine. Let's start. All right, so we start off Married to Medicine. They start off the first episode with some mess, all right? So we see that Mariah is mad at Jackie because Jackie and Heavenly have, and what an unlikely duo, right? Jackie, who plays this prim and proper etiquette queen, work through everything, she's not reactive to any situation. She kind of like processes information, sits back and watch. On the other hand, Heavenly is nothing like that. So Open and Honest is their little show that they have. And it's just, it comes on online, and Mariah has a problem with what Jackie asked about Mariah using cocaine at a suggestion on the reunion for last season. So because I have observed, and I think a lot of us have observed, is that Jackie does not particularly care for Mariah. I don't know if anybody else has ever noticed, but she never really takes Mariah's side. She never speaks up for her. She never goes up for her. She's never done anything like that. So I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but I believe that this is going to be an interesting season if Mariah has chosen Jackie as her adversary this year. We can see Mariah has not changed from one season to the next. She is still on her bullshit. As we can see, it's not blatant. It's very passive aggressive. Bringing Lake to Dr. Damon's opening of his surgical center, I think, was in poor taste. I can't imagine that Mariah, who does not really get along with Heavenly and who doesn't fuck with Quad, knowing that Heavenly and Quad are, they're friends, they're cool with each other, why would Lake be brought to an event where we know that Quad is going to be there, and this is Dr. Heavenly's husband? So we can see she's on her bullshit. Mariah's already started. There's an issue now. Now, I know a few days ago, maybe last week, we talked about men and women, their position when women are arguing or fighting, where a man can come in and say what he has to say. And if men are arguing or having a discussion, where a woman can come in and inject either her perspective, point of view, opinion, or have anything to say about any situation. So we see that Cecil has an issue with Heavenly. He's made some comments, and Simone is acting like Heavenly exposed her private conversations between her and Heavenly about Cecil not having a job, or how she feels about Cecil having a job or not having a job. I think that's fake, because everybody knows that Simone was aggravated because Cecil wasn't working, and everybody knows that Simone was acting like that. So for her to be upset with Heavenly because Heavenly said something about it on her Open and Honest show, we see that's fake. What are you mad about, Simone? Everybody knows that Cecil didn't have a job. Everybody knows, you could, like you said, you can only be without a job for 15 minutes before a woman has something to say about you not having a job. And I think everybody is in agreement, but I don't think that you should have an issue with Heavenly, because everybody knew you was upset about Cecil not having a job and Cecil taking money out of your joint account, 25 stacks, to open up a business. And I don't know what's going on with this app that they have, or what happened to that app, or how it's functioning, or if it's even seeing any return on any investments. So I said, Mariah's already getting on my nerves. She said she ain't been on the screen. All that she does, all that foolishness she does, I can't stand Mariah. I don't know, y'all. You're going to hear me say I can't stand Mariah. Mariah and Giselle is the same. That's the same person. That is the same person, y'all. If y'all don't see it, I don't know. That's the same person. That is, I think is Mariah a Libra? I'm not sure what sign she is. I think I used to know all their signs, but we'll figure it out this time with this go around. I know Toya is an Aries. I know that much with her non-dressing ass. I know her ass is an Aries. They showed Curtis. You know, I'm not here for Curtis. I'm not here. I don't care if Jackie has forgiven him. I'm not over it yet. Just like y'all ain't over Chris Brown putting his hands on Rihanna, I ain't over Curtis and Jackie's situation. Every time I see Curtis, I'll be like, ugh, get off my screen, Curtis. He's so cocky and arrogant. I can't stand it. Out of all the husbands, even though Cecil gets, him and Heavenly are going through it, I like Cecil out of all of the husbands. I don't even like Aiden. Aiden is a bitch ass nigga, if you ask me. He does whatever Mariah tells him to do. He's a fool. And I like Dr. Damon too. I like Dr. Damon. I don't like Damon's perspective on how women and men should relate to each other. Like he's one of those men that it's okay for a man to cheat, but it's not okay for a woman to cheat because that's what men do. That's his positioning. I don't care too much for that, but overall I like Damon. They showed Curtis getting sick, and he had a nurse there. He was dehydrated or something. So we saw, they're just basically giving a synopsis of everything that's going on with everybody. It looked to me that Curtis was getting wide around his ass. I don't know what's going on. I said that his ass was spreading. I just want to know what the fuck is going on. You getting fat, nigga? What the fuck? Because Jackie is very, very conscious, health conscious, and remember when he made his plate, they had all that Mexican food, and he had his plate piled up so high because Jackie don't feed him. If Jackie was counting how many pieces of asparagus Curtis had when she had that little thing and she had that nude outfit on, remember she was counting how many pieces of asparagus he can have. So that's what's going on with Jackie and Curtis. So I've noticed that his ass was looking real wide, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's upset or whatever. So both Jackie and Toya are getting their houses together. Jackie's house was huge as shit. Toya's house is still being worked on, as we can see. And I thought it was funny when Toya has a lot of cute one-liners. I used to like Tacky Toya, but there's something about her that I no longer really care for. I don't like, she's one that takes an approach that they're very old school when it comes to that. Like, men can't speak on women's issues and women can't speak on men's issues. As we have discussed before in our travels here, that conflict knows no gender. Period. If you have something to say to me, if I got something to say, your husband said something slick to me, I'm not going to wait to tell my husband to say, oh, can you please say something to Cecil because he said something to me on Twitter. Fuck that. I'm saying what the fuck I got to say to you, and we can talk about it later. Conflict has no gender. Now, when it comes to a physical altercation, that's when you kind of have to step back and say, hey, let's, we're not getting into any physical altercation. Now, I've always said, if you leap into a motherfucker's face, be ready to get hit. Gender or not. You have an expectation that somebody's not going to hit you because they're a man. Don't have that expectation, especially if you jumping a fool in somebody's face. Period. That's it. And that's how it goes. Toya said, you want me to downgrade my house and drink Boone's Farm? I thought that shit was hilarious when she said that. I really thought that was funny. What else happened? Simone told Cecil you can only be without a job for 15 minutes. Then we got something to say. So they did their little, what they're going through. They're working on their relationship. But all of the men, Eugene especially, and Cecil, like to say things about what's going on the show. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong. They're cast members. Why can't they speak on what another cast member does? You're telling me that I have to be quiet and I can't say anything about Heavenly because I'm a man and I can't say anything about her behavior? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous both ways. So I'm not going to get into that. I don't subscribe to that. A man can say what he wants. A woman can say what he wants about anything. It doesn't make him less masculine. It doesn't make him less of a man. None of that. It doesn't make you no more of a woman, no less than a woman if you're talking about two men having an argument and you inject yourself and have an opinion about it. To me, the only time I feel like you should shut up is if it doesn't have anything to do with you and nobody's harming anything, then I'm just going to be quiet and y'all can handle it yourselves. If Cecil has something to say to Heavenly, Heavenly has something to say to Cecil. I hope he's tweeting. I hope he's trying to look for a job and instead of tweeting me. What are you tweeting me for? So she has that kind of mentality. It seems like a lot of the women on this show has that mentality that the man can't say anything to the woman and the woman can't say anything to the man. Nene was like that with Peter. If you would stop acting like a bitch, so that means to tell me if a man has something to say about two women having conflict and a man has something to say about it or injects his perspective, you're saying he's a bitch now? He's less of a man? That makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Y'all can tell me what y'all think about how they're navigating these spaces like that, but I think it's ridiculous and I don't think it's right, and it doesn't leave any room for resolution. If I can only speak when a woman speaks to me, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's archaic to have any kind of ideas like that. Nobody does that. We're getting away from that. It's illogical to even suggest that should be a rule. It doesn't make sense. So it seems to me that Cecil has a job as Simone's admin. He's helped running the day-to-day office situations, whatever's happening in the office. He's basically the admin. He's her assistant. So I guess he can't, I don't know what he's doing, but he has some real estate job he's working, and I guess he helps her when he's not doing real estate. Is it okay? I mean, keep it in the family. Does she pay him? We don't know. Hopefully he is getting paid. I don't like so they're going to Dr. Damon's opening of his surgical center. We're proud of Dr. Damon. Looks like Heavenly's being very supportive. She has this party set up for him to have this party. She's invited everybody. Mariah, I don't know if she invited Lake. I can't imagine Heavenly inviting Lake. I just can't imagine that. But they invite this new woman. Is he a white man or he's just light-skinned black man? Because his features were kind of bulbous, so I don't know. I couldn't really get a good eye on him to see. He might just be light-skinned black man. He might be a white man. So if y'all know, let me know in the comments. I have no idea. But on the way to the party, Simone and Cecil are in the car with this doctor who's evidently a psychologist and his wife. And Simone does what I do not like for people to do. If we're going to an event and I have an issue with some of the people at the event, it's none of this person's business, because what you're going to do is now taint their first impression of this person, right? I'm not telling you I have a problem with that person. You can determine based on how you feel about them and based on your interactions with them whether or not you like it. I don't like that Simone was like, well, I got a problem with some of them, That's none of her business. Let that woman have her first meeting with these women just with a clear canvas. You don't need to put anything on the canvas for this woman. Let her create the impression or get the impression from these people that she wants to get without you injecting your bullshit. You're tainting her view of these people, and I don't think that that's fair. I don't like that at all. what happened? I don't know why Mariah. Why do you think that was shady for Mariah to bring Lake? What do y'all think? Do you think that knowing that she doesn't get along with Heavenly and that Heavenly is cool with Quad, and y'all have accused Quad of sleeping with Lake's husband? Remember, they said that Mariah knew how Lake's husband smelled because she smelled him on Quad, and Quad had on his t-shirt and his cards were on there on the thing. Remember that? Why would you bring that girl there? Mariah ain't shit. Curtis has some old raggedy ass fedora on. I don't know what that was about. But like I said, I think that Jackie is far more intelligent than Mariah is. Because when Mariah brought up her issue, she said, your slip was showing, and Jackie said, I was wearing pants. Anything else? Oh, I didn't like what you said. Jackie said, okay. Bitch, you're not getting nothing out of me. Nothing out of me. Heavenly said, I hope he ain't over there tweeting me. I hope he's over there, what she say, looking for a job and not tweeting me. So they got an issue with Cecil saying stuff about Heavenly on Twitter. Quad walked past Simone, and she walked past Toya. So we see that Simone, Toya, and Mariah are, friends this season, and they got an issue with Quad, Heavenly, Jackie. It's funny because Simone and Jackie are tight, right? So we're going to see how that's going to play out. I want to see how Simone is going to back up Jackie when it comes to Mariah. I'm going to see how that works, because it looks like even after Mariah then called Simone Bucky Beaver, Bucky Teeth, and made fun of her teeth, I want to see how that's going to work out. Quad walks by Toya and Simone and pays them bitches dust. When I say she didn't even speak, she didn't even look in their direction. She walked right past them. I don't know what Quad's problem is. I don't know what her issue is. We're going to see how that's going to work out. So they're all sitting in the back, and they figured, like, why is everybody, separated? So they're all sitting in this area. Mariah is making snide comments about where Dr. Damon's office is located, how big it is. She has a lot of different snide comments about Heavenly, period. So we see that Mariah is starting off. I want everybody to make sure that they understand, because I know a lot of people tend to side with Mariah because Mariah plays this old woe is me ass act that she likes to play, like somebody is hurting her. But we forget all of her little passive aggressive comments, all the things. Bringing Lake to the situation, not saying what she has to say about saying all of these particular comments about Mariah, about Heavenly's situation, about, she has all these comments. So I want everybody to take note that when Heavenly wears off in Mariah's ass, that we're not saying that Heavenly is being mean and that Heavenly is being a bully. Because we see how Mariah is starting to see, this is the first episode and she's already started her shit. All right? I don't know why this lady is honking or what she's honking at or what the hell is going on. I'm not sure. Where am I? I can't go anywhere, bitch. Don't have me roll this window down and cuss your ass out on Monday afternoon. Shit. So they're all sitting down. Contessa comes in with her husband, and Contessa, her dress looked nice. Contessa got body. Contessa has it all ready. She's always ready for Toya. Always ready for Toya, and I'm here for it. Every time Toya has something slick to say, Contessa is right there to counter it with a better comeback, a better clap back, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She's right there with a better clap back for Toya. They all sitting there and they talking about the situation with Cecil and Heavenly, and somebody saying something on Twitter. Toya fixes her drunk mouth to say, my husband doesn't argue with bitches. Contessa says, Eugene is the literal definition of a big ass bitch. I said, yes! Bitch, I was so proud of Contessa because she's not lying. Eugene, we've been saying for the last 2 seasons, Eugene does a lot of little pillow talk with Toya. Does a lot of little talking. He likes to pump Toya up. He doesn't hold her accountable when she's on her bullshit. So he contributes to her foolishness. You a big ass bitch, my nigga. All you niggas is bitches. If we're gonna use that terminology, Aiden, Cecil, Curtis, and only one that really don't be in the bullshit, that only really sticks up for his wife. I mean, he really what's Contessa's husband's name? Whatever his name is. When somebody says something about Contessa, he'd be ready to say something back like, no, that's my wife. And see, I don't have any problem with that. If your partner wants to speak for you or speak up for you, nobody should have a problem with it. That's it. And if I need to speak up for you against somebody that's not my gender, they shouldn't have a problem with it, because I'm protecting my wife, and that's what I'm supposed to do. She's protecting her husband, and that's what she's supposed to do. And then that's what Contessa said. Your husbands say whatever you want. Don't act like you don't go up for your husbands. Don't act like that. Toya thought she was saying something passive aggressively, her little smart ass comments. She said what she had to say. Contessa came back and said what she had to say. Now, Toya, you're offended because that comeback was better than your little snide comment. So now all of a sudden you're offended. So now she wants to leave. She goes and tell him I said it. That's what she said. Go back and tell him I said what I said. Tell him what I said about him. And that's exactly what she does. And so he's making a comment to Cecil, oh, we some bitches. Oh, let me know what I need to say so I don't be considered a bitch. Are we some bitches? And they give each other a high five. Yeah, y'all some bitches. All y'all bitches. If we're gonna use that terminology, all of us is some bitches. All of y'all some bitches. Damon gave Eugene his first job, as we can see, that they let us know. Toya, I don't know what she had on at Dr. Damon's event, but I'm going to need you to justify why you need a 2-story closet, because the fashions aren't enough proof, and they're not. Toya does not dress cute enough to have 2-story closets. For what? What are you putting in this closet? What kind of fashions are you putting? Because you're not showing us these fashions that you claim that you have. You're not fashionable at all. And if we really want to keep it real tight, the only 2 bitches that really give us fashions is Quad and Mariah. Everybody else, y'all just need a regular ass closet. That's it. Y'all don't even need a little vanity in your closet. That's it. Contessa, nobody. Contessa's dress was cute. We'll see if Contessa's fashions get better this season. Conflict has no gender. Anyone can say anything they want when they see fit. I don't have a problem with that. Y'all might have a problem with that. I don't subscribe to that bullshit. But I see this is going to be the theme, that men can't speak to women and women can't speak to men. What kind of resolution do you get out of that? Oh, I got to wait till Damon comes so I can say something to Cecil. If you don't get that shit out of here, get out of here. I'm so glad that Contessa called him a big ass bitch, because that's what Eugene is. And we can see. I said your partner can speak up for you and speak for you with your permission. It doesn't matter. A man can say something to a woman, and a woman can say something to a man. They need to get out of that dumb shit. I asked, was it okay for Mariah to bring Lake? And I love the way Contessa gathers Toya so quick. I love it. I love every minute of it. And if you notice, Toya didn't say a word. She was quiet. You want to act like you're the better person, but trust and believe, Contessa gonna get that ass to where she's gonna make you react. She's gonna get that ass, and I'm glad that she said what she had to say, and I'm glad she told her right then and there, go and tell him what I said too. Toya act like she didn't say, my husband doesn't fight bitches first. That's why Contessa responded that way. Just because her response was better than yours, now you're offended. Eugene is bitchy. I love it. Eugene is the definition of a big ass bitch. So we see already, we starting off good. This is one of my favorite reality television shows on Bravo. It's produced so well, and I'm glad that it's back. You guys let me know what you think of the first episode, and let's get down in the comments. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.